If you are at a phase in your software engineering career where you feel like you have burnt out and you're exhausted from all of the coding, you are exhausted from all solving problems, then this video is for you. Hello, my name is Shubhajit Ghosh. I am a full stack software engineer with more than 6 years of experience. And this is my story where I share how I once was in a burnout situation, burnout stage, and then how I recovered from it, and obviously my journey till now. So, this is around like 2 years ago? 2 years ago, yes. Uh, Most of the work I was doing at that time was coding only, right? So, I was doing that same stuff again and again. So at that time, I just started to become from a front-end developer to a full stack engineer. So I was learning back-end little by little, but primarily my expertise were full stack. Sorry, not full stack, front-end. And I knew a little bit of back-end only. But at that time, there was a situation in the company where I was working where I ended up writing a lot of code, like starting from morning till the day ended. The only thing that I had was writing different codes, solving different problems and bugs and so on and so forth. And obviously, the main reason, I will say, the core problem, the core issue is that I had this impression in my mind that if I don't do sufficient, if I don't do whatever I am told, then I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose the position in the company. And I will say, this is the core issue that all of us have when, like, whoever is in a burnt out stage, which is you are thinking that you need to do everything to be relevant in the society or to be relevant in the company, which is not the truth at all. So how I recovered from it, when I was in that stage, a certain person told me that whatever you are doing in your day-to-day life, try to strike a balance of it. Like, this is like an advice that every one of us have heard, right? Like, okay, you need a balance. So what is that balance? Where is that balance? The easiest way to find out is start working and then take regular breaks in an interval. That's the step one that you need to do. So let's say your office started at 9 a.m, 10 a.m or something like that. Maybe it is a time to start implementing some routine in your day-to-day life, which is obviously gonna make your productivity much higher. And in that routine, I will say the first step is every 2-hour interval or every 1-hour interval, whatever is comfortable for you, try to incorporate a 10-minute or 15-minute break. Maybe go for a walk, touch some grass, or maybe just go in your family members, talk to somebody for 10 to 15 minutes, and then come back, start working again. Trust me, I have seen a lot of developers and a lot of friends who are, once they start their work, they lock themselves in their room and then they are inside their room until the lunch break. Once the lunch break hits, they will take some lunch, go back, start coding, and then end their day in the evening. The whole day after the day ends, they just feel exhausted and they have no motivation to do anything else. Let me advise you, that is the worst way to live a software engineering life. Never do that. What you have to do, or what you need to do, is you need to give yourself sufficient break so that you can have a mental reset. Obviously, we are not doing any physical work. All of our software engineering work is from our mind only. So if you are not giving your mind a little bit of rest in a regular interval, it is simply gonna get burnt up. Like, there is no other way. It is gonna feel that, okay, it is only doing one single task again and again, and it is gonna give up at some point. So I'm advising you that before that time comes, make sure that you take care of it. Because let me tell you one thing, once that feeling hits, it's very hard to get rid of it, right? Because obviously you also need to think about it, that just because I say give yourself rest doesn't mean that you will take rest for 1 hour and then work for 15 minutes. That's not how it works. You still have to work 1 hour, 2 hour, and then take a 15-minute, 20-minute break. But that 15-minute break is a mandatory, like that's a necessity. You have to take it. Doesn't matter what you do. Maybe you are just sitting around, maybe you are just taking a little bit of nap, or maybe you are talking to your friends, your loved ones. Doesn't matter. but you have to take that break, because that break is the core pillar to make sure that your next 2 hour is productive and you are on the right track. So personally saying, once that particular person advised me that I need to have some balance and I can take these steps, the first thing he advised me is take some break. So every 1 hour 2 hour, maybe give yourself a 10-minute break, 15-minute break, go talk to your family members or talk to your loved ones, or maybe just go outside and then have a walk for 15 minutes or something like that. And obviously once the day ends, don't just sit around and then watch TV or something like that, because most of us feel that okay, the day ended, we watched some Netflix, have some what we say that like snacks, or watched a movie or something, we are refreshed. Trust me, that is not how it works. Because if you end up doing this routine that you just code and then Netflix and then end your day, your body, your health is gonna give up on you sooner than you think. So it's very good advice, or it's a very, you can say, mandatory thing, necessity for us, that once in a while, or preferably every single day, maybe for half an hour or 20 minutes, just go outside, take a walk, maybe go to a park, or maybe go to gym if that is something you are into, maybe go to an evening shopping market or something like that. Just have a stroll. Doesn't mean you have to buy anything, just look around, just go outside under the sky, and trust me, that is gonna help you like far more than any therapy could have ever done. So in short, I will say, if you are in a burnt out stage, then make sure, then it is a signal for you that you need to incorporate your hobbies as well in your daily life, not only your work. Your work is there, you need to include some of your hobbies, something that you are interested in. Okay, I just thought of something that I forgot totally, which is I am very much interested in music and in photography, right? So when I was in that burnt out stage, I started doing photography with my mobile. Obviously I didn't have a camera back then, and my music also wasn't like, I didn't have that many equipments, but whatever I had a synthesizer, I had a keyboard, so I used to spend a lot of time there. And also in my mobile, since I liked photography, I used to use my mobile to do a lot of nature photography. Obviously it wasn't anything pro level, but it was more than sufficient to keep me engaged in an activity or in a hobby that I like. So same thing also I will advise for anyone, that is, if you are feeling very much exhausted in your daily life, or if you think that you are getting fed up with your daily software engineering journey, then maybe it's a hint for you that you need to incorporate some of your own liking, some of your own hobby into your daily work as well. Work is not going to be secondary, that is fine. Like, okay, let me clarify. By secondary, I mean like you are not going to skip the work. It is a very bad practice that, okay, I am going to work for 1 year and then I'm gonna take straight 3 months break. That is a very bad practice, because you are simply like hitting reset every single time that you encounter that stage. What I am trying to advise you is, come to a point where you don't have to hit reset at all. Like, it becomes so natural for you that you are never going to touch that breakdown point. So that's how your journey should be. Work as well, get some rest as well, do some of your liking stuff, your hobbies, or maybe what you are interested in. Mix all of them and make sure that your everyday life becomes a blessing for you. At the end of the day, if you are not happy about the day, that okay, how I spent my day, how I end up spending my day is sufficient, or like is I am happy with it, I'm content with it, then probably you are doing something wrong. One disclaimer, one very huge warning, that is, I know there are people who will say, I want to spend the whole day enjoying, or I want to spend the whole day not doing anything. For you, I don't have any advice. Probably you know yourself better than me, and you need to figure out how you can get back to work. But just for those who are working a lot and who are feeling that you don't want to work anymore because of how much work you are doing, then this video is for you, then this advice is for you. So I hope that I was able to help you, and let me know if there is something that you would like to know from me regarding the burnout and regarding any of the things that I faced in my life or in my software engineering journey. I will be more than happy to share them with everyone. Thanks.